is. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
Just about every coach we talk to says technology shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing is Manning. That'll be caught by Hester. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. To throw, it's Manning. He's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. They'll run on first down. It's Campbell. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Boswell for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the capper, a 19-yard touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. But oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs, they may pop bigger as the game goes on.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Von Miller in there for a milestone sack. That's number 150 of his great career. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll drop the throw. It's complete to Hopkins. They do get 18, but even that will be good. It's 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football. And they've moved them out of the way for the lead.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check it to a throw the next time.
Second down now. It's Campbell. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. On 3rd and 1, it's Manning. He's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Now, as he's on to punt for Houston. Here's Jones. 12 yards on the return that time. The Browns offense trotting back on the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And able to get this one across the field before he's brought down. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes you bring up the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Quick throw into the hands of Hopkins out wide. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd down, it's Brown. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. The Browns on 3rd down. Just one conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing for his long back, and he's got it. Complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to bring it to the 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. He's been terrific so far. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge sets that one out at the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And the good news, his team's winning. The bad news, he hasn't had the game that he's hoped to, at least to this point here in the second quarter.
And a lot of that is pride, because these types of backs want to be in the center of all the action and leading their team to victory. They'll take the win right now. Hoping to jump his game up as this one moves on.
He probably wants a little bit more of the spotlight going forward.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Manning going to throw. Campbell making the catch. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Now Manning. Well, this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
I've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball in the passing game, though, is part of the game.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to help him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They think he can win every battle.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Again, it's Manning. He's got it. This is Ware. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be second and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion. And that makes this second and 9. Here's Manning to throw. This is the tight end front. So we got 3-1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Manning going to try and throw on third down. He's got his big tight end Fant. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple of yards short of the first. Good defense holds him barely a yard, and it'll be third down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Houston. He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. Now he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help. And I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score. And sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go and have all his points. Let's hold that.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
And that's a Super Bowl record, his 4th sack of the game. I think we got to start thinking seriously about making him the Super Bowl MVP as well.
I think you're right. With them leading in the driver's seat, he certainly has a shot. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. He'll look to throw. It's complete. Stills. Now the ball comes loose. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. JPP cruising in for the sack that time. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. marks as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And that will come the offense as they take over. And now out comes Houston. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
Watch that leverage on this drive. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end complete. Able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, 1st down. 5th catch of the game for him now.
The tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right, safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
On 1st down, Campbell. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. David Onyemata there on the tackle. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mantle looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up the 3rd down. On the draw, it's Sayers. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4.
This guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And not what he was hoping for there as this will get in the end zone for a touchdown. And the Browns getting set to go. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Brown, and he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. 2nd and 4. And he lost the football. It's going the other way. He's going to bring the football back for a touchdown. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Extra point out by Boswell. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. We were down there. That message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a good problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
They only got a yard out of that last completion. And that makes this 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here's Brown. Some inroads here on that deficit. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And Parker, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Extra point from the This is good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. It's the 2nd quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
We often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series. So those surface tackles come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to win.
Search for that patience here now. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. Left side here, that's the tight end Finn. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A good pick up there, 20 yards.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's Manning. He'll find Metcalf. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A nice gain of 21 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. And the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to go in this first half. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now Manning again. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. An incomplete pass on second down. It levels things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Manning. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. And very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Sets up 4th down.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And Boswell's kick is good. That will stretch the lead up to 13. So a camera there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This will be taken in at the 1. Now a hit and a loose football. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So these two teams will head to the locker room as we hit halftime. It's Super Bowl 56. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. It's been a tremendous season of football, but it's not over yet. One half remains to decide who will stand on the podium with the Vince Lombardi Trophy. And to call the second half, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. 4 yards to pick up, first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, they run with Campbell. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. They pick up 11 in addition to moving the chains. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it, but a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
On the draw, this is Campbell. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On play action. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns 18. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. Into the red zone now. Manning. And there's Manning. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the two-point conversion. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try to get back to where you were to start the half.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held out at the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Right back to Brown. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now back to throw. And he finds Stills, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Let's just go walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. On first down, Brown. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Here's a 2nd and 7. No escape, and he goes down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. This complete to Jones. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. The completion good for him, 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
A gain of 6 yards. And first down.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the 1 touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. Don't like that.
I just want you to know that you agree with me. That's going to get you through this 3rd and 4th quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched. He's touched. 11 yards there. First down.
It's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. A run at Sayers, right side. It's a pick on the field and a bring up second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. That's a 35.
Second down now. It's Campbell, and they see right through that defensively. As he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to face a third down.
When you think of Mike Daniels, you think of strength. Hard to knock off the football, but surprising quickness and ability to move and evade people. How about that play there?
Well, he can squat 600 pounds, so that's how he caught people's attention coming into the league, and he caught our attention right there. Now Manning going up top. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's getting off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he gets going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
They'll keep it on the ground. Brown runs up past the 10 without the 12. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. They'll set up the field. Stills bringing it in. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
For many people, that's not your standard play call in that 3rd down situation. Because so many offenses, they just want the ball in the hands of their playmakers in open space. And after he caught it, he did a nice job picking up the 1st down.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now the pass hauled in by Kenny Stills. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. It's caught by Jackson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 25 yards that time.
Those completions to the tight end, and I think they were looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 26-yard line. Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. 2nd and 3. And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And brings up 2nd down. No, 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. That'll
into it and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And as a result, possession switches hands. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. How do you break down his game so far? Just the one touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't. Not until you balance it with the error side, you know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. That's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Manning to the right side, incomplete to Metcalf. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 42. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory at the 42-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Manning to throw once more. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Manning. This is the tight end fake. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. And he's going to get to the 41 and not for the first down. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
I talk about the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Manning. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Sayers. This time as he's taken down right around the 26. Minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. From the gun on 3rd down, Manning. This is caught. And out of bounds, all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run. It's Campbell. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
The spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't it?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Campbell. And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Catch made here by Campbell. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. When you throw it this close to the goal line, usually you're thinking touchdown. Here they actually complete it but lose yardage.
When you're this close to the goal line, you have to anticipate that maybe you're going to see a defense that you can make a case that there's 11 in the box. There's just no room. So I'm with you. You got to find a way to push things downfield a little bit Any type of space is better than what we just saw there. And that end result, not one that's satisfactory to them.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays and only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Browns take over first and 10.
Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
At the 32-yard line.
On second down, it's Brown. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll hit Jackson complete. Well, he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 40-yard. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
They brought in a heavy set on third down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. He'll drop to throw. Complete to Jones. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. That turnover might just about do it here. Fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, a couple first downs, and this one should just about be over.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. They'll run with the big man, Campbell. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And a nice carry there, 15 yards.
There's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll run it now. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Given 3 on the run there, now they're looking third and about 5.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Manning going to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Put down by Jamal Adams. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, fourth quarter. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He has a chance to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark on this drive.
And most of the time during a game, people aren't keeping track of individual statistics.
Are you sure?
Well, a lot of the runners kind of know. But I guarantee you someone is set word into the offensive line that he's got a chance to get over 200 on this drive. That should give them a little extra motivation because they love it when backs break that barrier.
Absolutely. Let's see if he can do it. 2nd and 5. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They're going to look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A good window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Pass caught by Zay Jones. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And he finds Stills, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet. Not with a quarterback like that.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The completion good for 3rd and 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And that is incomplete here. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now back to throw. This is taken in one-handed. What a catch. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
It's important to see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And as a result, possession switches hands. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that dig?
Williamson.
And you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
The run, this is Sayers. And out of the run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down.
That's a weapon right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They'll run on 1st down. Campbell. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. Touchdown, Houston. Big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the Super
concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Braswell for the extra point. And the lead will grow by one more. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I get confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up the end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it up, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. Oh, they're down and long, now it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Golden.
Oh, that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Offense as they get set to take over here. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance. Where they took control of this game. How they managed to keep control of this game. And then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. And a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Campbell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
A little bit of daylight on that 1st down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 39-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Campbell. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Campbell. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Browns got it. They did. To take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offensive action.
Attack. We'll see how they attack him here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Back to throw. Got him in. It's Brown. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Complete to his running back out of the backfield. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down.
They drop to throw. Is that man again? It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
There's so many tight ends nowadays. No problem at all putting him in the slot, letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. It's complete. Stills. Well, he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's good for a Cleveland first down and 11-yard pickup. They'll set up a throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 6 there on first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield.
The pass on 2nd down.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 3.
They're left to throw. And this is caught off the deflection. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Back to throw here. And that one falls incomplete, breaking his string of 7 straight passes completed. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. 2nd and 10. Caught by Jones. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They got to get to the line quickly. That will be incomplete.
The pass on 3rd down. Intended for DeAndre Hopkins.
Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. He hit us first. Now this from 43. The kick by McManus is good. They just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the program trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment, and to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes in our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Well, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll keep it on the ground. Campbell. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. It's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, You just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
Super Bowl champs, the Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.